Hello guys, it's Drew. For this video, I'm sort of excited to put out. It's my journey from level 1 to level 60 as a Shadow Priest. I recorded a bunch of footage and I made a little video and I sort of talked over it and explained my whole journey. So let's just get right into it, guys. So here are my first moments logging into Classic WoW. Just to preface by saying this group and me and my friends, we all took off about 4 days of real life time, and we all planned on just playing as much as we could during those 4 days. And I primarily play with them in this whole video. So the first thing I'm doing when I log in, of course, is changing my strafe to A and D. I sort of missed the window for the queue, and it sort of messed up what happened. I was like 40 minutes late. I logged in like I had my one of my friends logged in at 5:30. I logged in at like 5:45. I got stuck in a 3-hour queue, and so that sort of sucked. But here's once I actually got in and started playing. Level 1 through level 10, I just did the standard thing in the starting zones in Brill. Just quested in the starting zone Death Knell. Got to Brill, did those quests. Nothing out of the ordinary. Just one of the things I did is get my wand. That was one of my first priorities before getting level 10. And then once I got level 10, we mostly just started the dungeon grind. And that's pretty much how we did most of our levels. Started off in RFC. We did hear from about level 12 to 14. Our comp we had was actually really good. It was me healing. We had a druid, bear, two warriors, and a shaman for Wind Fury. So we had like an insane melee cleave. It worked out awesome, and it was really efficient. Not a lot of downtime. I was the only one who really had a drink, and they could just start the pull, and I could drink, and it was just super efficient. Not a lot of downtime. And then after RFC, we moved on to Wailing Caverns. Didn't really grind Wailing Caverns that much. It was more of just getting the quests done in here. Got a couple levels from that. We did run it a couple of times because of the Deviate Hides quest was pretty annoying. So we had to do that a couple of times so our whole group could get it. But it was still good XP. The gear was pretty good too. We didn't get that lucky. We didn't get that much Druid of the Fang or anything, but it was great XP. And the quests do give a crap load of XP. So I do highly suggest dueling Wailing Caverns. So after Wailing Caverns is actually my least favorite part the whole grind. We moved on to RFK, and from about level 24 to level 30, you're gonna be in RFK doing this, and this was one of the most brutal sessions we had, in my opinion. It was like 8 straight hours of this to get from 24 to 30. Just super monotonous, super boring. The only good thing is for our group that axe that drops. The name is slipping my mind right now, but we farmed that axe off of a Rock Grip, I think. No, sorry, that's the boss of Meridon. Um, Regardless of the name, we did get every. We got both warriors and our shaman that axe that increased our DPS a crapload. So after this, my next clip here is for you guys that don't know, I do play on Grobulus, which is one of the RP PvP servers. And one of the benefits of that is, you stumble upon things like this. So I was just heading back to Org here, and I saw this whole group of people just walking. This is one of the RP clans on our guilds on our server. There's lots of RP guilds. There's plenty of RP events. There's actually a whole map. If you go on the Grobulus subreddit, someone made a map of each guild and their zone that they claim as their home base. It's really cool. It's really deep, and lots of world PvP is encouraged by it. So I'm really excited for phase 2. Already there's guilds that are PvP world PvP guilds specifically, and they do PvP raids all the time. So once phase 2 happens, it's gonna get crazy here, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So it just looks like I forgot like the premise of exactly what we did here. I think we're just walking to Thrall's room, and you're gonna see here in a second we're gonna get to Thrall, say what's up. It's just something to pass the time. It's really cool. There's lots of things like this happen on Grabulus, and I think this is actually one of the uh, guilds, the Redwood tribe. They're actually like a all Tauren guild. Excuse me if you're from that guild and I'm totally butchering your RP story, but it's really cool. And here we get to Thrall, do a little slash kneel, take a little screenshot, and that was that for me. So after this, we just get right back to the dungeon grinding. Our next clip here, you're gonna see we're in SM Graveyard. We actually did go to SFK for a little bit. I just forgot to record there. SFK was pretty good after Wailing Caverns. We just did the quest there, and then we moved on to RFK. Now we're on to SM. Graveyard, awesome. Lots of caster loot in here. I wanted that offhand and the shoulders. And then we got pretty lucky with the rare spawn, and we also got the chest piece, the plate chest piece, which was awesome for our warrior. And we unfortunately didn't get the shadow legs. Those would have been nice. And then we're gonna just do the standard thing. We're gonna move on to graveyard next, and get. We did this a couple of times. I'm sure you all did this a bunch. We just got. I don't think there's any quests in here, but I just did this. I wanted to get the hypnotic blade and the offhand because those were pretty good. And yeah, we're just doing the boss here. And our next clip here that you're gonna see though is, I don't know if you guys remember, they had the 10-man farming, so we took advantage of that for a little bit. It was awesome. The XP was amazing. We were like pulling armory in like 3 pulls. So you can see we have just 10-man. It was bugged. Blizzard says it was bugged and they fixed it. Like the XP for 10-mans was not supposed to be this high. So you were getting the same amount of XP for running a 10-man dungeon that you were for doing 5-man. So we just took in a bunch of mages, bunch of priests, and we just AoE'd everything down in 3 pulls. It was awesome. We did this for about 1 or 2 days, I think, before they fixed it. So we were in SM for a while. I don't really have any clips of us in Cath after this because I just, it was just literally just us grinding SM for 2 days straight. But we did Cath till about 41, I want to say. And but yeah, so the dungeon grinding, pretty standard thing. The meta's pretty warped around it right now, which is not bad, but it's just really efficient. And just gotta have a little clip here of me mind controlling someone off the boat. This guy just sat stealth and went AFK, I guess. So, bye bye. And now we have just me. This is a little clip I have of dinging level 40. This is the moments before I got Shadow Form. After I got Shadow Form, I still did heal dungeons up until about level 60 in Shadow Spec. Definitely viable. It was still Shadow for PvP. We had a lot of fun. Ran around STV a lot, ganking. A lot of fun. And then I just have woohoo, level 40. That's when the game changed for me. And then I just have a little clip here of me walking up, getting Shadow Form. Things like that. You definitely can heal 5-mans, like I said, in Shadow Form. And then after that, this was about when our little 4-day vacation ended here. So I don't really have much footage of me from level 40 to 50, but literally what it was me doing ZF that whole time. So the same group, me and my friends, just grinded out Zulfaric. Did that so much, lived there. I think from level 40 we did Uldaman a couple of times. Did some quests in Tenaris. But once you get to ZF, like level 44, 45, it's awesome. And then, like I said, I didn't really have much footage of that, so we're going to cut here to a little clip of, this was our guild's first Ragnaros kill on the Grabula server. I wasn't actually in the raid because I was only level 51 at the time. But we did have a secondary raid outside because we were streaming and we were actually racing with another. It wasn't really a guild, it was more of an alliance pug, but it was the best geared people on the server at the time. A lot of them had Prebus, and we were just out here making sure that we weren't gonna get sniped or anything, and that was a lot of fun. And in a second here, I'm actually gonna show you guys a live clip of not me in the raid watching Ragnaros get killed, but our guild chat and the voice comms. So let's cut right into that clip.
30k, 20k.
Oh my god.
Moonfire bar, moonfire.
Some dots on me. 10k, 10k.
Oh my god.
10k. Oh my god, no. He's dead.
He's dead.
Yo! Wow! Yes!
Let's go.
So that was pretty cool being a part of that and getting we had the server first kill for every boss in Molten Core. We unfortunately did not get Onyxia because we didn't have enough tunes at the time, but we did get every server first Molten Core boss, which was pretty cool. So after that, I pretty much just did from 51 to where I'm at here in this clip, which is level 58. Didn't really record much, but I just did more dungeons, did BRD, got a lot of my pre-bis. I got my Robes of Winter Night pretty early because they only require level 52. This is my footage of my first Molten Core raid. I was only level 58 at the time. I didn't honestly do much. I didn't even attempt to mind flay. All I did was spam rank 1 Shadow Word Pain the whole time to apply Shadow Weaving because it was the most mana efficient way for me to do it because I couldn't even hit the bosses. Here's us killing Ragnaros. This isn't the server first Ragnaros kill, but this was my first Ragnaros kill. It was a lot of fun. It was pretty cool being part of this at level 58. I didn't really experience that on retail. When I started playing retail, I didn't really play on fresh experience. I got to level 60 and things like that before I even considered raiding. No one knew what Priebus was or anything. But here you just see me spamming rank 1 Shadow Word Pain the whole time to apply Shadow Weaving. And I actually hit Ragnaros here a bunch, surprisingly, with Mind Flay. I die. You're going to see here in the next clip I'm dead, and that's unfortunate. But we did end up killing him here. Super sketchy kill. It was like 1%. We almost wiped. And I forget exactly what loot drop, but it doesn't matter at this point. So after this Molten Core, I from level 58 to 60, I just went to Winter Spring, quested a bunch, grinded a bunch, was trying to get some gold because I wanted to work more on my pre-bis at level 60. A lot of it's crafted, as you know. I worked on getting my fell cloth and things like that. And Ragnaros is going to die here pretty soon. It's, like I said, it gets pretty sketchy here at the end, but we do manage to end up killing him. And it's a lot of fun, being, like I said, being part of this when you're not level 60. So now we finally are at the final clip of me hitting level 60. I did a bunch of quests in Eastern Plaguelands, and then I was just grinding these guys because I used to play on the server called Project Ascension, and I used to just grind here all the time on that server and gank here all the time because people farmed Runecloth here all the time. Sort of a relevant story to Classic, but it's pretty cool that I hit level 60 here, and I sort of planned on hitting level 60 here before I started playing. So that's that. Yep, we got level 60, guys. I hope you all enjoyed this video as my journey from level 1 to level 60 as a Shadow Priest. I'm happy I was disciplined enough to record all that footage while I was leveling. That's something I regretted not doing back in the day on retail vanilla, so I'm really excited I was able to record it all, put this video out for you guys. Now that this video is out here, it's sort of all what I was putting all my time and energy into, and I do have plans for a couple of other videos. Blizzard dropped the bomb on us about Dire Maul. That's pretty cool. Phase 2 is going to approach us sooner than we think, so I do want to put out a little PvP preparation video maybe. And then also a bunch of you have been asking me for my talents, so I will do that in the near future. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this, if you like seeing more Shadow Priest content and things like that, just leave a like, leave a comment, leave a subscribe, and I'll see you all on Azeroth.